Robin from Feed the Need, looking very Christmassy. Thank you, Robin. Would you like to tell us a little bit about Feed the Need in Durham region?
Feed the Need in Durham is the regional food distribution hub for emergency food providers across Durham region. So what we do here is we collect, we store, process, store if necessary, and then distribute out to those frontline emergency food providers. So that being your traditional food banks, food pantries, emergency meal outreach programs, shelters, we have in-school breakfast programs, and then other social service agencies that we support that have an emergency food element programming within their programming. So right now we just hit this past week 1.35 million pounds distributed since April across Durham region to our network of emergency food providers, which is amazing. Can't do that without our community. It has been an amazing wild ride here. We've seen so much wonderful support and unique ways to navigate the way to support these days. And that 1.35 million is about a 45% increase year over year for us. So we're pushing more food out. We're seeing about a 30% increase in food bank usage across Durham region. Of that 30%, 75% of those are first-time users. So we know that people are navigating the system for the first time during COVID and obviously feeling the impact of everything that's gone down. So the more food we get in, the more money we get in, the more food we're getting out, and we're able to distribute. So we're picking up and distributing right across from Pickering to Bowmanville and up to Brock and Canning. So we're very grateful for the support of our community because we can't do it without you and our community at large, and certainly our amazing volunteers that are in here plugging a big portion of that 1.35 million, because that's 1.35 million in, processed, and then back out the door to those frontline emergency providers. So grateful, so blessed, and so proud of Durham for stepping up and taking care of their neighbors. It's been really inspiring and motivating, and certainly at this crazy time of year for us, we're drawing all our energy from all the amazing, kind, wonderful things that are happening in the community and how people are just caring for people they don't know.
You mentioned something as well when we approached you about doing this fundraiser, that money is way better than actually donating food, which I didn't really know, and especially now with COVID. Did you want to explain that?
I can, yeah, absolutely. So we have 3 different funding streams that you can choose to support. So our primary mission as that distribution hub for Durham region is to collect and distribute. So we have a huge infrastructure here. We have a 10,000 square foot warehouse, a big walk-in fridge and freezer. We have 2 big trucks on the road, forklifts, all of that kind of thing. So when our primary mission, if you support that, goes into that infrastructure and into that support of collecting and distributing. So when we talk to that funding, it's 1 to 7. So every dollar of funding we receive, we can collect, store, distribute $7 worth of food out to the community. We also have our bulk food purchasing program, which is kind of new from COVID, and that's been that shift from food drives and food donations to an online bulk food purchasing program. So people that feel very strongly about that food element and the purchase piece allows us to purchase in bulk those skids of tuna, pasta sauce, all of our top staple, most needed items to ensure that we always have that product on our shelves for our frontline providers. And then we have our transportation program, which is basically our 2 big trucks, that without our 2 big trucks, we can't do what we do because they're the ones that are out there on the road all the time, over 600 kilometers a week across Durham, collecting and distributing food out to the community. So there's a few different ways to support. And as I said, that overall infrastructure for us is pretty amazing. We have our volunteers clock over 250 hours a week in volunteer hours here, equivalent to about 8 full-time positions almost. So they are really a huge, amazing resource that we have here, and they are able to, they said before, push a lot of that food in and out of our warehouse. So thank goodness for them, because without them, again, we just wouldn't be able to do what we do. So we're very blessed with our community and our volunteers.
That's awesome. So if somebody wanted to volunteer and help, I mean, so they know how they can do that with food or with money. How can they help to volunteer? Where would they find out more about Feed the Need in Durham region? Can you share that with us?
Absolutely. So our website is easy. It's feedtheneedindurham.ca. So unfortunately, during this unique time, we haven't brought on any new volunteers since March. We have a pretty tight-knit group of about 50 to 60 regular volunteers that come through here every week. When COVID hit, initially we went down about 50%, and that's just because of our demographics and whatnot. So We're back up to probably about 70% of our volunteers back in-house. But honestly, our current volunteers, they just ramped it up, stepped it up, and took on that extra challenge. As I said, we're down 50%. We're distributing 45% more. So somebody's picking up that slack somewhere, and they've been amazing to step up and do that. And part of that was just to keep our circles and our bubbles here familiar, safe, small, comfortable for everybody. So when we come out on the other side of this, absolutely love to bring on new volunteers. We always welcome new volunteers into our Feed the Need family here. So hopefully that's going to be springtime-ish. In the meantime, we're sort of saying to people, if you want to volunteer by being a remote volunteer for us, you can, host a food drive, host a fundraiser, or just advocate on behalf of Feed the Need and share our story. So whether it's just talking about Feed the Need and what we do and getting our story out there, is all of that stuff is wonderful, great things, stuff that brings back and comes tenfold back to us. So our volunteers, of course, are out there always talking about what we do and proudly wearing their Feed the Need shirts. And we see a lot coming back. So those are kind of different ways to support right now, because we're in a bit of a place where keeping those bubbles tight, but look forward to welcoming new volunteers in a brighter 2021.
For sure. And for those listening right now, just so you know, if you want to make a difference right now, you can reach out to Robin through Feed the Need, and she sends you an email that gives you absolutely everything you need to set up your own fundraiser for Feed the Need. And I can tell you, it took me 3 minutes to do it. So there's really no excuse. We can all do this. Take 3 minutes, set up a campaign, and you can start getting money flowing into Durham Feed the Need. So Robin, thank you so much for being so easy to make it to let us help. On behalf of ESACs, Big Rig Wraps, and my company, we're just thrilled to be working with you, and we thank you for making it so easy for us to be involved. All the best for a very wonderful holiday, and we'll see you again next year, same bat channel.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing our story. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about what we do, and certainly the support. We really appreciate it. And as I said, I wish you very happy holidays and all the best, and hope to see you in 2021 in person.
Or back here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Wishing you all the best. Thanks for your time, and have a Merry Christmas.